It was something in the air.
Squirrels throwing chestnuts at me. Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's autumn here in the UK and the nights are getting colder and darker and there's chestnuts underfoot. Squirrels are also throwing chestnuts at me. So what better time to start making great British puddings. Today we're going to do rice pudding, one of those desserts that gives me great childhood memories, a little cuddle from the inside, and we're going to do it in the slow cooker, so here we go. Okay, let's go and grab some pudding rice, some chai tea bags to give it an autumn flavour. Okay, I'm going to grease up the bottom and the sides of the slow cooker with a great big knob of butter. Screw it, let's do it. The knob of butter is staying in there. Okay, next up, we're going to weigh out 250 grams of pudding rice. We're not going to wash it. We want the starch on there to make it nice and creamy. If you're going to make rice pudding rice seems like the right choice of rice. Let's add that into the slow cooker. And a little pinch of sea salt and something sweet just makes your taste buds happy. Then next up, we are going to weigh out 75 grams of granulated sugar, and we're going to add that to the rice. Then we're going to measure out half a litre of whole milk, and then we're going to pour that into the slow cooker. This is a recipe from the restaurant, so we're going to add cream as well. So next up, we're going to weigh out 500 grams of double cream, and that's going to go in there with the butter and the milk and make it extra creamy. Of course, fresh vanilla pods are fantastic in rice pudding, but I use this. It's half the price. It's got vanilla seeds in it. It's a vanilla extract. So you also get the seeds. Damn it, the lid won't come off. Come on, strength of a bear. Oh my God. Come on. And as easy as that, the lid comes off. Okay, once the lid is simply and easily removed, we are going to take 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract. There on a spoon you can see the vanilla seeds, so it's perfect and a great replacement for vanilla pods. You can see the seeds speckling through the milk. Give the rice pudding a little stir, make sure it's not stuck to the bottom. And now we're going to take chai tea bags. These are flavoured with cinnamon, nutmeg and all things autumnal. And we're going to put 2 tea bags into the milk, and these flavours are going to infuse into the rice pudding. Okay, once they're submerged, let's get the lid on and fire up the slow cooker. I'm going to put it on high for about an hour and a half, but if you want to go slower, you could go on 2.5 hours on low. Okay, here's a little bonus feature just for you. We are going to make some homemade praline, so I'm going to put some caster sugar into a pan, add a splash of water, not too much, otherwise it'll take ages to boil. I'm going to fire up the gas and I'm going to stir the sugar and water up until it starts boiling. God bless little Mary Berry, this is her method. Now once simmering, just leave it alone. Now any chef will tell you, stand there and watch it, do not walk away. You'll notice the sugar's going to start changing colour as it turns into a caramel. Don't stir it, I just move it around a little bit when it gets really brown, stops it burning. When the caramel is a light blonde brown colour, I add the nuts. I'm using peanuts here because they're a lot cheaper than most nuts on the supermarket shelf, and then toast the nuts in the caramel. Move them around gently until the nuts are nicely toasted, and then pour the praline onto greaseproof. I use the board under here to protect the surface. Don't want to burn the work surface, the wife will go mad. And now allow that to set. Good way of cleaning the pan, put some water in there and boil it up. 1 hour in, I'm giving the rice pudding a little stir just in case, but it's all okay. The slow cooker is doing its thing. Okay, now the praline is set and hard. I'm just going to fold it over with some greaseproof and take a rolling pin and give it a good whack. If you want to imagine my face when you're doing this, go for it. Turn it over, give it another whack, crack all the caramel into little tiny pieces. I keep it pretty chunky because I like a sweet and salty nut in my mouth, but of course you can go as fine as you want. And there we have it, praline. Okay, after an hour and a half, the rice pudding looks ready. I'm going to gently remove those tea bags. The chai tea bags with that cinnamon and nutmeg in. Smells amazing, the house smells great, smells like autumn. Going to gently stir the rice pudding. If it is too thick, you can add more milk and cream to let it down, but it looks creamy to me. Okay, to serve it up here, I'm going to put it in glasses, perfect for a dinner party. Smells great, and you can see the little flecks of vanilla in there. I'm going to top it with the praline, sprinkle it on top. You get a great contrast here of the creamy rice pudding and the crunchy, salty, sweet praline on top. And I can drizzle that with local honey or maple syrup. Banging. Now next up, if you watch this channel, we don't even need to talk about jam. This is some of the rhubarb jam I made over the summer. Everyone knows cold jam on rice puddings, banging. Okay, if you want to get a little bit snazzy, we're going to do a rice pudding brulee here. We're going to smooth the rice pudding into the dish. You can serve this warm or cold. Next, I'm going to slice up a banana and lay that overlapping over the top, and then dust that with caster sugar. I'm sparking up my blowtorch, but you can put it under a hot grill. Now we're going to move the blowtorch around the top, caramelizing all the sugar, making those bananas nice and caramel, thick with flavor, nice and crunchy on top, the creamy rice pudding underneath. Amazing. But if we're talking about childhood memories, Muscovado sugar sprinkled onto hot creamy rice pudding. Now that's my childhood in a bowl. Let's go. Any questions, as always, whack them in the comments and I'll reply as fast as possible. But it's been a while, so let's do some rice pudding B-roll. Okay, thanks so much for watching. If you got this far in the video, then please drop me a hashtag in the comments. I love creamy puds. That's hashtag I love creamy puds. That would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. That'd be amazing. And if you love creamy desserts, then you have to watch my egg custard tart next.